Have you ever wondered what it's like to live a life completely detached from the modern world? To trade the constant notifications and deadlines for quiet contemplation and ancient rituals? Today, we're journeying behind the ancient stone walls of the world's most secluded monasteries to uncover the secrets and solitude of monastic life. What really happens when the world goes silent? Imagine waking up not to an alarm, but to the gentle sound of a bell echoing through stone corridors, calling you to prayer before the sun even rises. This is the daily reality for monks and nuns around the globe. Their lives are structured around a rhythm that has remained largely unchanged for centuries, a cycle of prayer, work and study known as ora et labora, or pray and work. The silence in a monastery isn't empty, it's full. It's a deliberate choice, a tool for deeper connection not just with the divine, but with oneself. In a world that bombards us with noise, monks choose to listen. They listen to the rustling of leaves, the sound of their own breath, and the quiet whispers of their own thoughts. This profound quiet allows them to strip away distractions and confront the core of their being. It's a form of mental and spiritual decluttering that most of us can only dream of. But monastic life isn't just about sitting in quiet contemplation. Labora, the work part, is just as crucial. This can be anything from tending to lush vegetable gardens and vineyards, to brewing legendary beers and crafting artisanal cheeses. These aren't just chores, they are acts of meditation. The focus required for baking bread or restoring an ancient manuscript becomes a prayer in itself. This self-sufficiency is a cornerstone of their existence. By producing their own food and goods, they maintain their independence from the outside world and live in harmony with the land they steward. Think of the Trappist monks famous for their beer-rich bottle as a product of centuries of tradition and mindful labor. One of the most fascinating aspects is the library. Monasteries have historically been the guardians of knowledge. During the Dark Ages, while empires fell, monks in their scriptoriums painstakingly copied and preserved ancient texts from classical philosophy to scientific treatises. They were the original librarians, scholars, and archivists of Western civilization. These libraries aren't dusty relics. They are living centers of study. Even today, a monk's life involves rigorous intellectual engagement, studying theology, philosophy, and history, continuing a legacy of scholarship that has shaped our world. But what about the secrets? The secrets of the monastery aren't scandalous conspiracies. They are personal and profound. They are the quiet revelations that come from a life of discipline and introspection. The secret is discovering a sense of peace that doesn't depend on external circumstances. It's learning that joy can be found in simplicity, and that community can be deeper and more meaningful when it's not based on fleeting social trends but on a shared, lifelong commitment. Living in a community like this presents its own unique challenges. Imagine living and working with the same small group of people for your entire life. It requires an extraordinary amount of patience, forgiveness, and humility. Monks learn to see beyond personal quirks and disagreements, focusing instead on their shared purpose. This deep, communal bond becomes a source of incredible strength and support, a family forged not by blood, but by faith and shared dedication. It's a powerful lesson in human connection, showing that true community is built through commitment and mutual respect. Now, you might be thinking this life sounds incredibly difficult, and it is. It's a radical choice, but it's also a path filled with a unique kind of freedom. Freedom from consumerism, from the pressure to constantly achieve and acquire. Freedom from the fear of missing out. Instead, they find richness in a simple, purposeful existence. It's not about escaping the world, but about engaging with it on a much deeper, spiritual level. They pray for the world, and their quiet, disciplined lives are seen as a beacon of peace for all of humanity. In our hyper-connected, fast-paced age, the silent abbey offers a powerful counter-narrative. It reminds us of the value of slowing down, of being present, and of finding meaning not in what we have, but in who we are. The monastic tradition shows us that solitude doesn't have to mean loneliness, and silence doesn't have to be empty. It can be a gateway to a richer inner world and a more profound connection to everything around us. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by the noise of modern life, maybe take a moment, find a quiet corner, turn off your phone, and just listen. You might be surprised by the secrets your own silence has to tell you. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of monastic life. If you found this exploration of peace and purpose as fascinating as I did, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the hidden corners of our world. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.